Despite the tax benefits and the improvements in the livability of pickups, in 2020, the UK pickup market shrank by 32.7%. COVID was the main driver of that, but the market for light commercial vehicles in general shrank only 20%. In the past year, several pickup truck models like the VW Amarok, Mercedes-Benz X-Class and Nissan Navara were also taken off sale with no replacement in sight. Your options for a pickup truck might have reduced, but there are still some outstandingly capable options out there. Pickup trucks will carry all the big, dirty, heavy loads that you don't want to put in the back of today's increasingly plush SUVs, and they won't get stuck on a muddy building site where most vans will just spin their wheels. If you want to find out how to drive a vehicle off-road, we made this guide last year, or if you want to find out what pickup trucks are like when you take them to a disused quarry, we've got you covered too. Ineos Grenadier Pickup. Given how much the European pickup truck market has thinned out in recent years, if you want something else, you will have to be patient or get creative and import something. If you've got time to wait and are after something that fills the Land Rover Defender pickup-sized hole in your life, you might be interested in the pickup version of the upcoming Ineos Grenadier. The Grenadier is supposed to be a tough, no-nonsense off-roader in the vein of the original Defender, with a ladder chassis, live axles and a hose-out interior. It will offer a payload of up to 1,000 kilograms, a brake trailer towing capacity of 3,500 kilograms and a 150 kilograms roof load rating. When sales start in March of next year, two versions of the Ineos Grenadier will be available, a 5-seat station wagon and a 2-seat commercial vehicle, both based on a standard 2,921mm wheelbase. Shortly afterwards, Ineos will launch a double-cab pickup truck and a 7-seat station wagon, both using a longer, 3,175mm wheelbase. We've already driven a prototype and found formidable off-road performance. It is even fairly refined on the road, in part thanks to straight-six petrol and diesel engines from BMW. It does come with some compromises such as lots of body roll, vague steering, and limited grip due to off-road tires. Some of those things might still be improved for the production car, but it's already miles ahead of the original Defender it is supposed to be the spiritual successor to. Jeep Gladiator. If none of the options available in the UK take your fancy, but want an interesting pickup truck right away, you will have to turn to a grey market import. Possibly the most painless option would be a Jeep Gladiator, which is essentially a pickup truck version of the Jeep Wrangler, which is sold over here. The Gladiator is about the same size as a Ford Ranger, but should be seen more as a competitor for the Raptor than any of the work-spec Rangers or Toyota Hiluxes. It's primarily a fun adventure vehicle to take a jet ski to a mountaintop or a quad bike to a beach, or something. Its payload is 620 kilograms rather than 1,000 kilograms plus, despite having a rear axle from a Dodge Ram, and its towing weight is 2,721 kilograms. For the Gladiator, the Wrangler's frame has been extended by a fairly whopping 780mm, with 490mm of that in the wheelbase and the rest behind the rear axle. Due to its size, it won't get quite as far off-road as a Wrangler, but thanks to a breakover angle of 18.4 degrees and a departure angle of 25 degrees, as well as serious off-road tires from the factory if so optioned, it is still a vehicle that will get you much further than you need. Whether Jeep will bring the Gladiator to the UK officially is still to be decided. It's never going to sell in huge numbers here, the Wrangler doesn't, and its 2.2 diesel isn't considered butch enough for the job, so it'll have the 3.0 diesel that would be more expensive and thirstier still. Ford F-150 Lightning and Ford F-150 Raptor. While you're looking across the pond, you'll find much excitement around the new electric version of the US best-selling vehicle, the Ford F-150. The F-150 pickup truck really is as American as it gets, but from early 2022, Americans will be able to buy one with that will do up to 300 miles on a charge. At 95.7 inches wide, or a whopping 2,430mm including the mirrors, the Ford F-150 Lightning still won't fit down English country lanes properly, but it might be slightly more socially acceptable than the V8-powered F-150s of old. In the US, it will cost from only $39,974, £28,200, which sounds like an absolute bargain, given that is what you pay for a well-spec'd Fiat 500e. Being electric comes with some compromises, however. Due to the prodigious weight of the batteries necessary for any meaningful range, its maximum payload will only be around 900 kilograms. On the flip side, Ford promises a towing capacity of up to 4,500 kilograms. Ford contends the Lightning counters the lower payload with a number of other features that will make it a very useful tool, such as two-way charging. In other words, the Lightning can be used as a portable generator, delivering up to 9.6 kilowatts of power, which should be enough to power various tools, or even your house during a power outage. Of course, if you prefer a dinosaur and an electric F-150 is still a bit too newfangled, there is always the F-150 Raptor. Europe only gets the Raptor Lite in the form of the Ranger Raptor, and while the full-fat Ford F-150 Raptor no longer gets a raucous V8, its 444 bhp twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 should be enough for most rally raids. It's very silly, but brilliantly so. Rivian R1T. The Rivian R1T is what you end up with if you set up a brand new car business with a small band of talented engineers and an ex-Jeep designer, and you design your own electric car platform from scratch in a bid to give the world its first adventure EV. Rivians will, according to company boss RJ Scaring, split the difference between a modern Land Rover and a Tesla. It's available to order in the US, and Rivian reckons first deliveries will take place by November, although the date has already been pushed back a few times. An R1S SUV will follow. Whether the Rivian R1T will come to Europe is unclear. It has been rumored to be scouting a European production location, but that will be primarily for vans. The R1T will be the first Rivian to hit the road. It's a compact double-cab pickup by American norms, so it's about the size of most of the other pickups on this list. Rivian promises a range between 300 from a 135 kWh battery pack, or 400 miles from a 180 kWh pack. A smaller pack with a 250-mile range is coming as well. The company says the R1T will be able to tow up to 5 tons, that's about 2 Range Rovers. However, it is positioned more as an adventure vehicle than a work truck, and it's expected it will only be rated to carry up to 800 kilograms. For now, prices start at $67,500, £49,000. Tesla Cybertruck. A year after the Rivian R1T arrives, it'll be followed by an unusual-looking but inevitable reply from EV pioneer Tesla. The angular, and allegedly bulletproof, Cybertruck will have up to 3 electric motors and more than 500 miles of range in its top-level trim, with a claimed towing capacity of more than 6 tons and a loading bay the same size as that of a Ford F-150. Like Tesla's other bigger models, the Cybertruck will run on height-adjustable air suspension. Tesla boss Elon Musk claimed that some 200,000 customers placed cash deposits for the Cybertruck within a week of the vehicle's unveiling. Top-of-the-range versions are expected to cost between £50,000 and £60,000, with cheaper, less powerful and less rangy rear-driven versions available for less. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.